Go get your brushes, go get your paint. This is how you do it, the Shoshie way. I'm gonna teach you, be ready to learn. 'Cause when I'm done, it's your turn. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear what I say. But watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above. And if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hello, it's Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis, and we are live. Hello. And Rumble and Bachelor, you are here. You are my cheerleaders. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. So I've got a copy. This is one of the 3D printed copies that one of my friends did for me with a clear resin, and I think it's a very good quality copy. So we're going to do a full tutorial of this. And then here's the coolest part, is that once we do this whole tutorial, I've got somebody who's willing to help me edit, and then it will be edited into a complete like how to paint angel, and that will be available from my high-level patrons. So that's cool. So everybody can come to this live stream who is in the Patreon right now, but only the upper tiers are going to get the edited version where they'll be, what is happening over here? The edited version where they get to see actually very clearly how to paint him. How's everybody doing? It's so good to see you. I am feeling great lately. It is midsummer, so that is like usually when I am always feeling great because my seasonal depression is like super gone. So yay! Anyway, let's get going. Let's show you. So here he is in all his beautiful, beautifulness. So cool. And as you can see, there's a little bit of chipped paint here. There's just a little square here. So if you wanted to use this model and just have a man, I mean, he's leaning a little funny, a little bit, but he's still accurate. He's still atomically correct, even if he's leaning a little bit. But just fill that with a little putty, and then you've got a guy with a sword. And I'm not entirely sure if the Polish version, if you can remove the sword or not. Hi, Matt. Yes, and the geckos are here. We'll do a gecko. Well, they're sleeping right now, but we'll get the geckos out in a little bit. So you're going to get to see how to paint feathers. I don't know if we're going to get this entire model painted in today's stream, but what I will do is, well, you can break it up into 2 streams potentially, and I'll stream the rest at another time. But yeah. All right, hold on a second. I'm going to put some gloves on. Do you guys want to see some of the models that I've been painting? I've been trying to get stuff ready to... Hi, Utopia. Hello. Feral Drifter. This is definitely not someone you know, and not someone who's a moderator on Discord, and not someone you know and we're talking to today in their ancient YouTube account that nobody knows about. Okay, I don't know who they are. Okay. I love it. I'm gonna get a few models to show you, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start painting. I'm gonna show, because I don't know what you guys have seen. I've shown some of my TikTok people stuff. I haven't really shown a lot. I've got a lot of models to show you real quick. Really quick. I'm kind of in a backlog right now of taking pictures, and so I'm in the process of getting caught up. Today I posted this. You can find this guy on my... Look at, he looks just like the photo, right? So this is the Screaming God armor from Kingdom Death, and he came out really nice. My camera's a little bit blurry, but that's okay. And then I'm working on this guy. This is the Manhunter. Why is it so... Hold on, let me pull my... Oh, you know what? That shadow's painted on there. You know what's funny? I was like, why is it so dark? Because I painted it dark. You couldn't even tell. It gave him the illusion. Look at that. There we go. But anyway, Manhunter, he's a kind of a bad guy and boss in Kingdom Death, and I made this little platform for him to stand on. Woo! And then here's this one I posted yesterday. Came out good. I don't feel like it's a little bit dark. Maybe not. That's okay. This was all hand painted, no airbrush. Very smooth. I used satin paints to get it so smooth. I really feel like GW is one of those that you need to use satin paints. Hi, Robert. Love the non-metallic on the pinup. So cool. This is a Illithid Warrior from the D&D minis. This is a Dwerger. I think that's how you say it. It's one of those dark dwarfs that live underground. Don't all dwarves live underground? This is a Intellect Eater. It is the pet of a Mind Flayer, or an Illithid. Here's an Illithid mage. I really like him. This is a set that I was commissioned to do. Here's the last set. It's a Gnoll Warrior. I love him. I love gnolls. Okay. And then I've got 2 more pinups. I don't know if I can show this on YouTube or not. We'll just cover. We'll cover him. I'll let you see his boots. Just try to be safe. There's a little booty cheek, because I know booty cheeks are okay. There we go. And speaking of booty cheeks, this guy right here, this is the Dung Beetle Night Dancer, I think, pinup. I love him. Alright, and this is the last one. This is a really, I think, didn't we paint it? I think I painted this one on the last live stream. Dwerger, thank you. Duragar. I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying it right. You love that one? So cool. Alright, I'm gonna put these away, and now we're gonna start painting our dude. Wasting time here. I have a bunch of minis that I need to get together and sell. Boo, 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 boo. Alright, now we're all set. So, you can see Jennifer, was it Jennifer? I can't remember. Jennifer was the one who posted or sent me this, I think. Anyway, we sprayed a little bit of white to me, or maybe someone else, I can't remember. But I'm going to go ahead, because he's got so much skin, I'm going to go old school with my old school painting method for him, because I want him to look pretty realistic. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out my green, and I'm going to prime him with the green. And where is the green? Aha! Found it. And I need the black. Is that black? Yep. Okay. And then I need a white. Yes. Okay, so I've got my Stanley Res. Is this the green? It's Pale Sage. It's green enough. Let me make sure I don't have a darker green. Oh, there's a darker green. Sorry. I don't know what color this is. It's more of a darker. That's pale. Okay. So, the first thing I'm going to do is put this black on, and I'm going to put the black going this direction. By the way, I don't know if you saw this. It's got Shoshie's Minis and Furry and the Beast. So that's me, and that's my sculptor. Isn't that cool? Right, I'm going to kick up my airbrush to get this primed. And let's see. I'm going to get a little black. And a little bit of thinner. Thinner, chicken dinner. I don't know why, but every time... Ooh, I better get this out of the way. This is on my desk, and I do not want him damaged, so I'm going to take him far away from my desk. I got some new brushes from Procryl. Alright, is this the wrong black primer? Good. I'm going to give it a good shake. And I've got thinner and a little bit in the cup, and I always blow it through. Do I have my little... I don't have my... Here it is. Dump pot. There it is. So I'll go ahead and run that through so it's nice and primed. And then we'll put some Steinel Res in here. I got about a quarter of a cup because... Oh, no. Maybe I should have shaken that a little bit more. It looks a little runny. Schmutz! We have schmutz already! Here. There we go. Hopefully some of my German friends will show up and get to see the schmutz. Alright. Oh, you know why this is dripping? Because somehow I left the needle out. I bent the needle. That's right, and then I forgot to replace it. Alright, give me a second. I gotta go get a needle. A brand new needle. The other day, I was walking around my studio, and I like ripped past my own desk without even paying attention, and the needle from... Here's one. Is this a good one? Is this a bent one? Oh, I think this one's good. Okay. Give me a second. Anyway, it went... Oh. Okay, I think this will work. I bent it, and so then I need another one. Oh, no. Hang on. somehow, now the having a little tech, there we go. Is that gonna work? I'm tightening the airbrush here. Oops. All right, somehow I flooded my airbrush with paint. Give me a second, because now I have to switch out airbrushes. Dang it. So you can actually see there's some paint in there. So I have to take a second. Apologies, guys. I did not know I was going to have some technical difficulties. Let me pull this up so you can see what I'm doing. All right. See if it's on the, it wasn't on the little spike that pushes down. There we go. Now I feel it. All right. Airbrushes are my biggest pain in the tuchus, I'm saying. All right. Let's see if we can get this plugged in again. There we go. Yeah. Oh. All right. Give me a second, because paint is coming out the top right there. That's bad. That is bad when paint gets in there. I'm going to have to clean this out real good. All right. All right. I want small. There we go. That's good. Whew. All right, and see the direction that I'm painting it. Oh, you know what? There's so much thinner in it. Webcam too tired to hold itself up. Absolutely. Hold on a second. I can adjust the webcam as well. Well, we might have to do more than one of these. I don't know if I want. This is going to get edited. You guys get the unedited versions. Aha, there we go. Okay, more paint. You like the... Okay, try again. At least not, you're not the only one that runs into many problems when you get excited. I know. Well, it always happens to me when I'm live. It's less, it's funny because it really is less likely to happen to me if I'm just on my own. I know. I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, no, I like that so far. Let's see. Let's let that dry for a minute and let's get these wings. I want to show you when we see, just doing this makes the feathers show up even better. Okay, let's do the side. Pretty. So this is nice because I wonder if we should offer these in a clear. Now that I'm thinking, I wonder if a clear resin would cost less or more. It's kind of nice to get that see-through look. All right, I'm gonna set that down. Let that dry as well. This one's getting drier. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna use a hairdryer to get that dry faster. So I'm gonna mute for a second. And I'm gonna switch. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna mute my mic so you guys don't have to hear my. There we go. So I just noticed this. The black paint is super glossy. Let me look at this. I don't know. It doesn't say glossy. Maybe I should use a different one that definitely says matte. That says gloss. I don't know. Well, we'll try. We'll keep trying. Have you guys, I mean, does it come from spraying too close, maybe? Here's my other black. All right, I know this is matte. This one is matte. And maybe it's only, oh, there we go. That is more matte for sure. Yeah, that's drying matte for sure. I'm just getting a lot of dark all over here. Everything is going to be highlighted in a second. Yeah, that's matte. That other one was glossy. Weird. It wasn't marked. Maybe the reason why it was, yeah, this is a completely different formula. The glossy was actually giving it more of the transparency look too. All right, let's let dry. I'm going to clean out my airbrush. So what are you guys doing? What have you been painting? And what have you been working on hobby-wise? And feel free to throw stuff up in the whip trip gallery because we can do a whip trip gallery later also. More thinner. I'm gonna have to run and get paper towels again. All right, this is working. Better. I just want this clean enough so that when I put the green in, it doesn't have like lots of black in it. Okay. That's good enough. We'll put the green in next. This is a sample, and I don't know which Stynylrez Res color this probably is. Just their like camo green or whatever. This, we're gonna cheat and use this also as his kind of base coat as well. There. Oh no, he's stuck. I can make my own stamp with the model. All right, I'm holding him at an angle. I'm gonna move this feathers out of the way so they don't get any green on them. So you can see. See how we're giving that overcoat. That's looking good. Okay, now on his chest and belly and hand. See how it's still shaded because of that black underneath? That's so nice. This is, I can already tell this is going to be, look at that. Just from this alone, I can tell it's going to be nice. So for future box arts, I'm going to be getting the community female painters to paint some of these. All right, his cheek is really dark, so I got to give it a little bit more. There we go. But yeah, so my goal, so our next model is going to be our Pinoy, which means it's like Filipino merman fisherman. I actually have Don Sarastos, who is a Filipino illustrator and mini painter, to do the concept art, and then I'm going to have Mocha from Mocha's Minis do the oh yeah, that's so nice. I'm going to have Mocha do the box art for the, I'm just really happy with that. It's so smooth. All right, and yeah, we'll go ahead and spray his hair a little bit with this green. Just a little bit. What color hair should an angel have? Shall we make it blonde or shall we make him brown haired? Cleaned your hobby space recently. Still on the stupid wolf. Let's see. Robert says, cleaned my hobby space recently. Got a new paint rack since my others were overflowing a bit. I have Echoes of Death. 3 pugilists near to finish. Oh, cool. That sounds like really cool. And then Bottler is working on the wolf and not much done to it yet. Okay, that's all right. You know what? We do what we can, right? All right, the last thing I'm going to do is the white. So I need to clean out my airbrush a little bit more for this stage. I can't have any green in here. Because as you know, when you have white, this gloss paint really sticks to the side of my airbrush. There we go. Huh. Yeah, I think I'm going to throw that bottle of black away. Gosh, it's really stuck to the inside of my airbrush. It's not good. Might have to put some straight up alcohol in there. Blonde or brown, not black. Okay. Yeah, black is too, well, I mean, I can make it work, but I think blonde or brown is going to be prettier. I think I'm going to go with brown. Okay, is it still green? No, good. Time for white. What have you guys been doing, Geektopia? What have you been up to with your hobby business side and everything? All right, I just need a little bit of white. Ooh, it blinded everybody. Okay, just a little bit. Now this is where I'm going to get his hair. Ooh, that's very bright. Okay, now on his face, just going to highlight very softly. I'm just doing, see these little tiny blasts? Let's get his cloth. Make it come out again. Okay. Okay. Ah! Let too much paint out. Painting a first edition player's handbook like you did. Awesome. Haha. That is awesome. For a gift for your DM. That's so nice. Some bleached hair, whatever color. Yeah. Your game we kickstarted and painted a mini for is on a boat now. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. That is crazy exciting. There we go. Boom. So the nice thing is I can do this with the white on the rocks too. Good, good. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting someplace. Let's get a little bit of white back here for the rest of his cloth. Yep, that's good enough. What do you think? There's a little fruit fly in my studio. The game you did Calamity Jane for. Yes, that's super, super cool. How does that feel to be like very close to having all that done? Because then what's after the boat gets here, you ship, right? Why isn't it coming out? There we go. I painted a mini for Geektopia Games and helped hype this really cool Kickstarter. He's basically got based on American folklore and it's really cool. Set him over here. See all those bubbles? I'm not really sure. We're just gonna dump. See, the white's coming off the edges much better. Some of that black is too, finally. Okay. All right. That is clean enough. Hoping to get the game Fearsome Wilderness to people in August or early September. It's going to be awesome. Yes, that's very, very cool. All right, we're set to start painting our guy. Look how pretty he is. All right, so this is really crazy because I don't think I've ever had this much pressure on a model before. It's completely different painting for somebody else, and now I kind of know why people don't really do this. It is very hard. Okay, I'm just gonna pretend like this isn't my model. And just I'm just gonna pretend like this isn't my model, and I'm gonna just try to show you how to paint it. Thank God for you guys, right? Because I would be. When's this guy for sale? We're not really sure yet because this is the first one, so I've never sold a model before. And he's not actually for sale, he's for pre-order. So you can pre-order him. All right, too much shadows. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to go back in here with my green a little bit over some of this white to touch up where it went over, where I had overspray, basically, on his skin. It's way easier to go green over white than it is. There we go. So I'm just painting the primer straight on. So this guy is, I'm hoping the pre-order is going to be this year. That is as far as I can tell. I hope to be this year, and to be truthful, it'd be really nice to be able to have him go on pre-order like right around the holidays when people are, you know, thinking about spending money and stuff. All right, there we go. I just did all the touch up on that. I'm going to really quick do some touch up on the hair and everything else. I just took a little bit of straight white paint. Having all the underpainting done is real important. This is an older brush. I shouldn't have picked it up. It's okay. Yeah, don't mess it up. I know. It's definitely it's a different thing. It's painting for yourself. It's not the same headspace. But like I said, because you guys are here, technically I'm painting to show you how to paint it, so that helps. Oop, a little bit of green in there. All right, just good enough to cover, because this is sort of our priming layer, right? Okay. All right, let me get out my good brushes. I just got brand new brushes, so of course I'm going to show you what I got. This would be a great gift to myself. Well, that's not a bad idea. I don't know if I can do that or not. With Patreon, you have to be careful, because if you do giveaway, everybody has to be able to, like, we'd have to do some kind of painting. I don't know how we'd do it. I have to talk to other mini painters who've done this, because you can get in big trouble by doing giveaways. But we can figure something else out. These are some of the new brushes. So the reds are the sable, and the blues are the what do you call them? Synthetic. Okay. And then Slow Fuse, who makes these, said, Jason, he said that he's really excited to see what I think about them. So here I'm going to choose a number 2. That's the biggest one I have. Oh, yes. So you want me to give you the gift for the holidays. Okay, I get you. That's great. All right. It's good, good, good. Okay, I'm waiting for things to dry a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and hair dry him so that he's solidly dry, because I don't want any pools of whatever. All right, give me a second. I'm going to mute myself again. Muting. I want to point out that I think even without any paint, just this primer, it just goes to show this model. Look at how nice it is just with this. It's really cool. I'd really like to see what different people's takes on it, because you could paint him as a statue. You know, you could do so many things with this model. Okay, so because I want to show you my old school technique, I'm going to get out a triad of paint: Midland Flesh, Acrylic Flesh, and Rin Flesh. These are P3 paints, and they're all satin. You don't have to use this brand, but if you use a triad, here, let me show you. A dark, a medium, and a, actually that looks like the same thing. Anyway, a dark, a medium, and a light. They look the same. Somebody mislabeled one of them. Midland, Cardic. I think they're both Midland. Either way, you want a triad, and you want them to be satin. So GW is a satin paint, so you can use GW. I'm looking for my other. Here, that's a satin paint. Game Color and GW are both satin paints. Not Model Color. Game Color. Game Color is what you want. So these are all satins. And then what else is left? I need my 3 adjuster colors. We'll get to that in a minute. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take some Midland Flesh shade, or you can use a kind of a brownish ink. I'm shaking this real good so that all of the little sediment is off the bottom. I think I'm going to use one of my new synthetics to try to put on my wash. And this is going to be called what I call a pinpoint wash. Oops, not on my finger. Okay, I'm going to pinpoint it down into the crevices. And then I'm going to brush onto his body. Making sure, like I said, the crevices are where you want this brown to go into the shadows. See, that's already starting to look more human-like. Because guess what? Red, which is what the Midland Flesh shade is in the red tone, and green make brown. But also, the green is meant to mimic the blood, right? Because look at my skin, you can see my veins through my skin. Skin is not transparent. More like that. Yes. Skin is opaque, or sorry, skin is transparent. It is not opaque. So if you don't want your models to look like little plastic dolls, then you want to go ahead and underpaint like this so that you get the depth and the shadows in the skin. I'm just, like I said, I'm just giving it an overall wash. I'm trying to push all of the brown into the crevices, just like that. And I'm working kind of quickly because I don't want little lines. I don't want tea stains. Get this ear. I'm pulling the wash all around and then letting it settle into the crevices of his musculature. Musculature. I don't see, sometimes you say it enough you think you're sounding right, but it's not. See, he's looking cool. Too much brown in his eyes. This is the tricky part here. Give me a second, I'm going to check chat in a minute. Okay, good. He's got cute toes. Letting all of the wash settle on the top of these laces to be a shadow. There we go. So, this wash does a few things. It gives us our shadow tones, but it also kind of blends all those primers together too with the eye. There we go. Okay, I'm going to check chat now in a minute. Well, let's have, and so it's also mattifying things a little bit as well. There's just a little bit of matting agent in this. Statue style would be cool. You want to paint the wings, yes. Okay, so that is drying. What I'm going to do real quick is I got schmutz all over his little towel tunic thing, so I need to go back in and fix that. And I'm just going on the highlights for now. Okay. We're doing, this is what we're doing our value sketch is what this is. Okay. All right, as that's drying, I need to go ahead and hair dry it so that it dries a little faster. I'm going to mute again. If you have any questions, please go ahead and keep typing them in chat. All right, now let's go ahead and look at that, see how that dries. What colors am I doing next? Flesh colors, transparent. So, okay, so I've got my Acrylic Flesh. I think these are the same. Don't they look exactly the same? Hold on, let me put them on the palette and see. So these are satin paints. Never tried using it before. Maybe that's where you've gone wrong. You've never tried using Midland Flesh before? I wouldn't say that's where you've gone wrong. I just say that there's different ways of doing things, Batsalur. There we go. I think we'll just use 2 colors and make a third with the lightest color. Now, is it different painting a man's skin compared to a woman's? I think it depends on who you talk to. I think a woman's skin can have, I don't know, I think traditionally what I've seen many painters do is paint with men's skin just a smidge darker, and that's okay. Is this the Midland Flesh? This is supposed to be the next color, but I don't think it is. Ooh, what is coming out of this bottle? When your paints get so old, who knows what comes out. Oh, you know what I bet? I bet that the ball, the steel ball in here rusted. No! Time to buy new paint. Yep, that's exactly what happened. There's some kind of grossness in this paint. Before painting, I mean, normally you paint the flesh and then your flesh shade. Okay. Well, that is a little bit lighter. Not a lot lighter. Okay, I'm gonna throw that one away. That one is used up. It's time for, it's like I'm at that stage where I need to really go in and ditch a lot of my old paint because it's been so long. I forgot how much you have to shake P3 paints. Oh, there we go. See, that's came out nice. Alright, and so we'll make a middle one. We'll make a middle range paint. So we got our light and our dark, and then we'll make a third one by mixing. Oh, it's the same. Haha, it is the same. So there's our mid-tone right there. And then we've got another tone right there. Okay. Ready? With my synthetic, with my non-synthetic. I think I'm going to start on his hand, and I'm going to take my glasses off. I'm going to use the darkest flesh tone that I have, and I'm thinning it out quite a bit, so that it is somewhat transparent. Can you see the glaze? And I'm going to start on his wrist, and I'm using kind of a swishing motion with my brush because it's satin. It is going to blend like a dream. Satin paints are amazing for that. The reason why Electric Eve's painting is so well blended, she's using satin paints, and she's a master blender as well. See? Thin, 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 but not too thin, right? I'm going over just the top and then swishing it so that it kind of collects, and I'm pulling the paint back to the top of the apex of the curve, wherever the muscle is, right? Here's the apex of the muscle. I'm going to start there, and then I'm blending it out to the sides, and as I'm pulling it away from the center, it gets thinner and thinner and thinner, right? So I'm going to let that dry completely in between the layers. It's super thin still. Go to the next one over here. This one's a little, all these little volumes get their own little highlight. Okay, so that looks dry now. I can come back, and this time I'm pulling back to the center. See how that makes it pop out a little bit? I think some of my streaming skills are starting to atrophy. I might have to start streaming again. Maybe just on YouTube. It's funny how that works. Alright, now on the chest. Try to get this nice and smooth and just thin it, thin it. Got a collarbone. This sculptor is so good. So accurate. If I need to add a tiny bit of the green primer back, I can, to help me kind of blend things even more. See, just a little bit of that green on top. Yes, please, streaming's good. It's really not lucrative for me, though. That's the only thing. It's not a good business decision. And it causes me bad anxiety, unfortunately. Streaming for you guys doesn't, because it's, you're my best fans, right? Okay, so we're gradually getting more and more of this color on here. See how that looks? Oh, can't. There you go. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can see. So right now he looks kind of gray, but let me adjust my screen because he looks way more pink in real life than that. Give me a second. Properties. There we go. I want you to see this the way I see it. Saturation, maybe? There we go. That's better. Much better. Okay. Boom. Okay. Oh yeah, streaming for you guys. I could do that. I could definitely stream for you guys more. Would you guys like that? Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and find the cheekbones and the nose and the bridge of the nose. This is the spots on the face. Little triangles above the cheeks. Small. He actually doesn't have that big of a chin. This is I'm being very careful with his face because I don't want to mess his face up. So I'm going in and I'm just putting in these highlights with this peach. You can kind of see where you need to put them based on where the light was, right? Where you put the highlights from when you sprayed it, did the overspray. Alright, this is tricky right here because he's got this dark chin. I'm going to add a little bit of green to this to keep my shadow. Oop. I need to let that dry because sometimes it gets a little streaky, and that's what's happening right now. Geektopia says it looks really good. It's kind of magical how the green just works so well. I know, it is. It really is. Well, wait till we get some more of these highlights painted in. So I think his brow is going to be the trickiest part because he does have minute little forehead wrinkle that you want to get. Otherwise it doesn't capture his expression as well. I'm leaving his upper lip dark. I'm also going to push some of this peach up into his hairline to help the realism with that. Okay. Slowly but surely we're going to get rid of this green. Now, if this model doesn't work out, because I might need a slightly better cast, because this is the 3D printed one, not the actual resin, I could always do another one. And again, I'm going over each little volume on his tummy. This model's belly button is my favorite part of this model. He's got this little crinkle. Lower abdominals here. Okay. Very nice. Go back over here. Every now and then I take a step back. I kind of like use my nearsightedness to help me paint by kind of letting it be blurry. Right back here, green and peach. Alright, now he's gradually starting to look like a person, isn't he? I think he's actually going to be pretty, I mean, for people who kind of do skin well, he's going to be pretty easy to paint actually, because he's kind of segmented in his musculature. There, I did it right. And what that does is it actually helps you paint smooth. Lots of glazing on this, see? These are fine glazes. Get that knee. I think men's knees are underappreciated because we don't have enough female gaze stuff out there. You guys don't really know what we really look at. Okay. Wow, I'm happy. I need to stop a second because my brain is really wanting me to do something with his hair. I'm going to use this auburn as the low light for his brown. It's got just a little bit of red in it, and I think it'll be pretty. Don't worry, I'm going to go back to the skin. I just had to switch over because my brain is like getting bored with the skin. It's a little chaotic. What's nice is if you, oh yeah, that's great. That really kind of changes how it looks, yes. Sorry if this is a really dumb question, but what is a satin paint and what is a regular acrylic paint? Is it yes, it's regular acrylic paint. The finish is satin, so it dries a little bit, not glossy because it's satin, right? Satin is a finish. So you've got glossy, satin, and flat. And satin is somewhere in between flat and glossy. And satin is what you want for smooth blending. And that's why sometimes people will add mediums and stuff, or they'll just paint with satin paint and then later use a varnish that is a flat varnish to flatten things out again. Oh my gosh, I love that color on his hair. So nothing is a dumb question. Always ask all the questions, because it is a great way to learn. Here's my corporate jingle sound. It's what happens when you pay artists to make music for you, but you also tell them, you know, feel free to do whatever you want and you can use it in your portfolio later. They'll make a corporate jingle so they can add it to their portfolio. Notice how I paint around all the edges, and then go in and paint the middle fast. It is a very fast technique that I use when I'm just base coating. That's how you do it. So watch, I'm gonna see how I'm painting around his ear, and then I already painted around the edge of his hairline. And then you can paint fast in the middle. That is one technique that I don't think people know enough. I should make a TikTok of that, because that would be a fast one. Alright, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So now I want to paint the straps of his sandals this color also. Okay, let's go back into that same peach color. Keep finishing our skin, building up those layers. Lamia medium. I'm trying to think. Is Lamia medium satin? It might be. I don't remember what color it is. Need a lot of confidence to go with that color if that's what screws me up. That's what, oh, that you need confidence to go with the color? Yeah. Alright, I'm doing tiny little brush strokes on his face. And I'm only pulling the paint onto the volumes. There's little volumes on every part of the model. He's kind of got a little bit of a Travolta face going on. He's supposed to be Ian Somerhalder. Somerhalder? Okay, I just added a little bit of this ruddy color. It cancels out some of the green because he was getting real green over here. I'm also putting it where the shadow is. That is better, much better. You can put this dark color where the green is, and it will be more brown. Alright. I feel like I want to concentrate. I'm going to use the middle color that we've got now. He's got very tiny volumes on his eyebrow. Yes, we do. I'll show you how. Hi, Ferk. Ferk, look. Right here. Actually, we've got it pretty much all over now, Schmutz. Yes, I use the blue, but you'll see when. I do use blue. Alright, back to the color here on the ears. And now this other layer is going to go back over that reddish layer that I just made, because highlighting it back up again. Okay, he's got very dark. I'm going to use some of this red here. Under his eyes, it's very dark. I don't want to completely get rid of it, but I don't want to keep it black under there either. It's a little too heavy. So I'm using this dark red. And I'm shading. I'll show you where I'm shading. I'm shading like right here between the eyes, but on the bridge of the nose to give that shadow right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can try to put in these little, I'm just going to exaggerate a little bit. He's got these little crinkles that kind of disappeared on me. And what I'll do is I'll come back and highlight those back up where it's almost like it's very thin wash almost. There we go. And then I'll have to re-highlight it because it's too dark right now. Ooh, cat hair. Give a little bit of that dark triangle under here. There we go. Okay, I'm getting a feel for him. I'm going to go back with my lighter peach. Come back and highlight that. There we go. Okay, he's looking a little wounded. That is good, because he's supposed to look wounded. He's supposed to. Back to my ear. And highlight that neck again. So many details. Okay, back to the very lighter skin tone color. So this is the lightest skin tone color, and I'm just going to put this on spots where the brightest part, right, just a small amount. We don't want to highlight too much or it's going to be very, very obvious. Yeah, okay, he's getting there. He's starting to look at, like I said, like an injured person. He's heartbroken. Why doesn't he have a soul? Because angels didn't get them. Now this is a mix between the lightest and the middle. And I'm coming back, right? I'm doing a smaller layer than the first layer. The first layer is mostly to cancel out a lot of the greens, and this layer is actually more to be the skin tone. It's looking good. His face is way, way too dark. Hold on. See, it's funny when you start painting one spot, you see the mistakes that you've got in the other spots. There. Oh my gosh. So I just went over the dark shadows on his face, and that made a big difference. Oh yeah, his name, well, the miniature, the model's name is Wishing for a Soul. That's what we came up with. We came up with like more of a title of an art piece than a name for the model. But everybody voted on it, so. See how we're gradually building up this skin. Okay, go back over here. The brush stroke that I'm doing is sort of, it's called like scumbling. So I'm just kind of like doing this, and then I'm pulling it, see? Pushing it back toward the center, and that makes the center more strong, right? Right, I'm doing these little circles like this. Do that, and then when you kind of come back to do the next layer, right? See how it builds? And it really makes blending a lot easier. See how the edges get more and more fuzzy, and the middle is more kind of strong? So Wishing for a Soul, like that's what you're curious about, that name? Or he got that name because angels? That's the kind of inspiration I gave to the illustrator. I said, I want him to look like he's an angel that's, that's like, realize that he doesn't have a soul like a human. Okay, I'm going to take some of this brown in there. And again, I'm going to go back over my green, canceling out my green a little bit. Yeah, he doesn't have a name for himself. I couldn't think of one, because the other thing is I didn't want him to have a biblical name, because he's not meant to be a biblical character. He's meant to be a fantasy character, right? Like a D&D kind of fantasy like character. But if people paint him to be biblical, that is completely okay and very cool. Everybody is allowed to customize whatever they want. And the other thing is, like, what if people give them their own names, right? Maybe they have a name for him themselves. Yeah, because that was the other thing. If I named him after somebody, people might take that naming too literal and not be as inclined to customize. See how I'm kind of doing that little circling? Keep pushing that paint around. Now, if you tried this with a flat paint, you can do it, but it's a lot harder, and you run the risks of having the paint kind of dry on you a little bit and make this kind of cottage cheese texture. So that's why satin paint and a medium are real important in this, is because they have an open time. They have a long open time, so you can blend much longer with them before they start to dry on your model. Okay, so now I'm taking these lighter colors again. Thin glaze. It's gradually becoming more and more fleshy looking. Yes, you could do a dark angel light. Yeah, that would be cool. So here he is. Alright, I am going to work on his face specifically right now because I feel like I'm kind of screwing it up. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to get a little bit of black for his eyes. And a little bit of brown mixed in because I don't want it to be solid black. A little bit of this mahogany here. Makes a dark black. Or dark brown, sorry. And I'm just painting the inside where the whites of his eyes would be. Oop, I need to look at that a little bit more. And I'm going to go ahead and paint his eyebrows the same color as his hair too. He needs eyebrows. Okay. Let's do a little bit of lighter color right here. This is on his eyelids. Oh, that really helped. Wow. Okay, the eyelids. Don't forget to paint the eyelids. Okay. I'm going to get a little bit of this lighter color for his crinkles up here. I'm kind of putting in these lighter spots, but I'm planning on glazing back over them. So we accentuate everything, kind of like a little mask. And then we're going to take this thin color and 2 steps up and 1 step down. We're going to glaze that back down to a regular. Down to the color here. Let's see. Blood drips. Maybe he's holding a physical wound in addition. Yeah, that's exactly true. You can do so many things. Are you going to go back? Yes, I am. I am, but I'm kind of getting all my lights in first because I don't yet know how dark that's going to be yet. I also tend to paint the front of the mini a lot more. Okay, I need a little bit of kind of this color, I think, for his lips. Yeah, that's a lot darker. I'm going to do his bottom lip. Much better. And then he does, so here's the thing about women would have a lot more blush on their cheek. So I would just do a little bit right here, like right around his temple. Just a little bit. And then maybe yeah, that's probably good enough. Right around the hairline too, maybe. That's looking really nice. Okay, let's fix his eyes. I'm going to use a ivory for the inside of his eyes. He's got very small eyes. I know you don't like to do the backs. Who likes to do the back? You gotta go? Okay, thank you so much for coming by, Geektopia. It was really great having you here. Right. Now he looks kind of unreal. There we go. Painting the eyes in. Again, I'm going to go back to my dark color black here. I put the eye kind of a little bit in that corner. He's got his eyes. Here's how his eyes look. They're really like, he's like, you know, because he's like, so. There really isn't much pupil that you're going to see at all. So I'm just going to make them real dark. Or sorry. He just got a soul, guys. Wait a second. He's not supposed to have a soul. Painting his lips. Oh, he looks pained. He looks pained. I feel like I want to hug him. Okay, you just give him a little bit of, trying to adjust the, there. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can take a picture and blow it up so you guys can see this real well. Let me try that, because I don't know if my camera's going to pick it up as much as I want. Come on, be focused. There we go. Okay, let's see if this shows up. Can you see? He looks good, doesn't he? Well, it's still not in focus 100%. You can call me Matt. Okay. I will. Can I show him once with the wings? Yes. Where'd the wings go? I put them aside. And I have black wings on him. Ooh, that is sexy. Holy shisa. Ferk, I kind of like him with black wings. Wow. Ooh, he could be Lucifer here, huh? Wow. Okay, so lots of uses on him. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and start painting his feet because I want to get these laces and everything done. The face is starting to look very nice though. I'm very happy. See, I'm using that lighter highlight now. This is to get the little shiny parts of his muscles. Okay. He does look amazing, thank you. Alright, I'm going back in with my darker color again. This is tricky because I've got those laces. Who was I talking about? I was talking about somebody recently in that we don't have enough representation of just male beauty in the hobby, like beautiful. A lot of warlike and a lot of ugly guys, but not a lot of just stunning. And I'm hoping to change that. When are pre-orders open? I want. You feel like you feel like putting your brush strokes. Oh, good. I'm not sure yet. I just got sent the test model from Poland, so I'm waiting for that to get here, and then once I approve it and we get the website ready and figure out shipping, there's just a few more steps, but very soon you guys will be the first to know, and you will be the first to get to order. So the pre-order is going to be up, and you guys will get first dibs for sure. Okay. See how we're pulling out the highlights in each little space. It's okay to leave a little bit more of that green there because because it's highly shadowed. I'm gonna do a glaze of, I want to give it some color. I feel like a purpley gray. for the rock. Purpley gray. Let's add some of this. Let's add some of this purple and this. Yeah. And then a little white. And a little bit of this green. Oh, yeah. That's pretty. Okay. I'm just going to see what happens. I think it needs to be a little bit more. Nope, it's not the right purple. It needs to be more like this purple, I think. Yeah. And so it has a smidge more blue in it. There we go. And then I'm going to have the white and everything. So I'm going to start out this way. I know it's going to look weird. Bear with me. It's going to look cool afterward. Add a little bit more black to desaturate. More black. There we go. Did we run out of our music? Let me check. We got about a half an hour left. If you guys want to do a whip trip, put your stuff in the work in progress. Nope, it's going. Okay, good. Put your stuff in a whip trip, and in the last 15 minutes, we'll do. There we go. Yes, there we go. That's a gray I can work with. Yes, much better. It's still purple, but it's not as purple. There we go. I like it. Just getting a quick base coat on it with my synthetic brushes. Synthetics are a little bit less soft, and so you can do some different things with them. Oops, I was accidentally painting his cloth. Bear with me. Just put my glasses on crooked. There we go. You don't have anything to show in Whip Trip. This is exciting. I'm also very happy for you to start on your mini range. Me too, Frick. This is extremely exciting, and I've got a lot of people on TikTok excited about it too. TikTok actually all over the place now. Let's use more light color over here. See how that changes it? Paint that before I get painting on his feet, and that way if I need to fix the colors on his feet, it's easier. Need more water. There we go. So yeah, for future, I mean, I will always do some kind of tutorial on my own models, but for box arts and stuff, I'm going to be hiring other people to do my box arts because I want to showcase other talented painters that a lot, there are so many mini painters in the industry that never get to do box art, and it's because they keep using the same people over and over and over again. And all of the minis look so homogenized. Am I right? Do you think I'm just complaining, or do you think I'm right? When I see companies that use the same people all the time. Okay. It's looking good. Let's see what his wings look like with him on here. Yeah, he's gonna be cool. Alright, I'm just curious, just for giggles. I'm gonna do a little white primer on his wings. Let's see if I have put a little thinner in here. Totally agree. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna move. Are you moving into this in the same town, Frick, or are you gonna be in a different part of Germany? Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of thinner in that. You discovered a few Kickstarters, always a similar style. Turns out they're always done by the same 5 guys. Oh, that's a shame. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna do this. Set him aside. I'm holding my feathers in a certain direction. There's a weird sound coming from my airbrush. It's like I think there's some kind of piece of, when it makes a sound, that's not good. There, now I think it's gone. It's still doing it. That's okay. Alright. Let's get this side. Yeah, there are so many talented people. It's so true. Right in the middle there, because that's where the bend is going to be, so that's where the light is going to hit it the most. I got a new YouTube subscriber. That's what that is. You go back to your hometown, sadly leaving Spandau. Oh, I love Spandau. I know. Isn't it such a nice town? Alright, here he is. That's just with the white. He definitely needs some color in his feathers. And the black actually looked pretty good too. We're going to work on this, because those feathers look blah to me. They look super blah. So what I'm going to do with the feathers, I'm going to take some of my transparents, I think, or maybe some crimson here. Maybe a little purple, some Drucci violet. Oh yeah, purple for sure. Okay, I'm going to thin that out a lot, and I'm going to come in here and get, because white is actually not white. Did you know that? White usually has reflected colors. You know, one artist that refused to work, yeah. Yeah, you told me about that. That was weird. Yeah. It was refused work. No, that's right. That's ridiculous. I'm going to use some Lamia medium as well to thin this out. Lamia medium. And let's do just a smidge of this pink, and then we'll use, yeah, Lamia medium in that. That'll be thin. I know this seems weird, and why would she be doing this, but you'll see what's going to happen. Okay, that's good. Yeah, words don't really matter to me. It's a shame that people are closed-minded and also just don't understand art. Okay, basically I made my own pink wash with the Lamia medium. And I'm going to use a little bit of this blue that's already on my palette. To also further kind of shade it, and it goes over the pink and makes a little bit of a lavender. There's some blues in there, cools it down. Okay, that's fine, Bachelor. I will take, actually, let me take a look in a minute here. Just getting these colors on the wings so that when, see, look at, if we put this on, it's already starting to look better, because that towel on his lap should be the lightest color, not his wings. It'll look really fake if we have his wings be the lightest color. And actually, you know, I'm regretting putting so much black on there. So let's get some ivory real quick. Oh, that's pretty. I really like that ivory. Holy cow. And I'm kind of just going to each feather and giving it a little bit of a, almost like a wet brush. Not quite a dry brush with the ivory. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's getting there. Looking good. Okay. Let's do quick. So we're not going to be able to finish him in one stream. So we may have to save him and do more of him at another time. This is the Pro Krill ivory. The Pro Krill. It's a flat ivory. It's not matte. It's not matte. It's not satin. Sorry. But I did. Sorry. Did I add Lamia medium? Might have a little bit of it. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the Discord and see what people have in whip trips, if there's anything. There's whip. Got a few things. Oh, and alright, backside is there. Good. I like it. Let's see. Open link. I'm just opening up anything anyone put up in the whip trip, in the whip gallery. And if you don't have anything, that is also okay. Okay, let's do it. All right, let's see. Whip trip. Ah, here we go. It's been a minute since I've done whips. Okay. Bear with me. Okay. I gotta configure the whip trip. Properties. There we go. Now you can see. Okay. So this is this is Batelur's wolf, which I think is coming along really well. And this, did we get the bust? Hold on. Here's the bust. Can you guys see that? Make sure you can see that. Yep, good. So this is the bust. Yeah, you have a little ways to go, but I think it's going to look really cool with the colors. You've got a lot of your values in, and you've got that red going. All right, now this is all right backsides. Wow, he did a great job on the face. Hold on, let me zoom in here. Wow. See the pink? Even though it's a male character, he's got pink on the cheeks and the nose. He's a little bit more ready than you'd make maybe for this angel, but I'll still have a little bit. And he's got this dormouse on his hat. Look at this. Very tiny brush strokes. Yeah. That's awesome. All right. So I think that's where we're going to end today. I will take pictures. I'll take whip pictures and post them I'll post them in the Discord, and I'll also post them on the Patreon so people can get an idea of how things are going. And let's just say we'll do this again tomorrow, because I want to try to finish this weekend. So come back tomorrow at 2 and we'll do more painting together. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Let me switch out. Here we go. Alrighty guys, bye. You have a good day.